Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, and listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join? Yeah. Better give me some eggs. Come with me, help me say. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Know y'all can hear it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn them out. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Oh, yeah, man. Got a radio show. Do you understand that? I'm telling you, God been big in my life. I'm not going to kid you. I'm telling you, and he'll do the same thing for you. God is a gentleman. You know, I want to point that out to you. God is an absolute gentleman. He will not come in unless he's invited. He don't just barge into your life. He gives us the power of choice. You know, if you say you got it, I don't need you, he lets you have it. If you say, I need you, come see about me, he right there. It's just a real simple thing, man. So I always say to people this, if you've gotten yourself into something, and please know I have, I was stuck. I thought a couple of times, well, might not make it past this one. But then if I don't make it past it, what's going to happen? And then I held on to this little thing that my mother kept talking to me about. She said, sometimes, son, when you ain't got nothing else in you, just hope. She said, just hope it'll be all right. You know, and what I've learned in my life is that hope is the beginning of faith. Hope is just, is there a possibility out there for me? I sure hope something happened. See, hope is okay, man. Because like I say, for me, the way I've lived my life, hope was the beginning of faith. It was just the idea. It's just the thought that something could change for me, that something could be a little bit different for me, that maybe, man, just maybe, for some reason, I could be saved. I could be rescued. Things could turn around. It could head in the other direction. Maybe I could quit messing up. Maybe somebody will forgive me. Maybe somebody will just say, all right, I don't know. But I can't count the times I've been in that position. But then once I hope a little bit, and then I remember also my mother, because she was a Sunday school teacher. She taught me the most valuable lesson I've ever learned in my life. Nothing has been greater in my life than my faith. She taught me to pray. Mama used to say, when it get real dark for you, son, prayer changes things. She said, when you seem like you lost and you can't find your way, stop and pray. She said, because prayer changes things. You know, when you get a point in your life when you've done all you can do and you can't do no more and you just don't know what to do next. She said, stop, son, pray. And combine that prayer with that hope that you got. She said, because that hope is the beginning of faith. She said, if you pray just hoping, she said, if God come through for you, that'll give you confidence that he can do it again. And then after a while, you quit hoping. She's saying you start believing. She's saying that's when you're on to something. If you can turn that hope into belief, that hope into faith, the ability to believe in something that you can't see. But the key, though, to faith is you're believing in something that you can't see. See, hoping a little bit different from me. Now, I'm pretty sure, like I say oftentimes, I tell a lot of people who can explain this thing a lot better than I can to you. But just from my side of it, being as real as I can be with you, see, hope helps, man. If you ain't strong enough to have faith, have hope. And then if you pray with some hope and God answers your prayer, then that hope gains a little confidence. And after a while, that confidence becomes faith. Now it ain't just hoping, but I'm believing. I'm believing in something that I cannot see. Faith has been the key to my entire existence. Even when I didn't have any, it was faith as I look back on it that has gotten me here. And not just faith, but my faith. See, you will only get to where you're going in your life based on your faith. See, a lot of people get the word faith confused. Like, what's your faith? And then they start going down this whole list of all these different religions out here. But really, in essence, man, when I talk to people about faith, I'm talking to you about your belief. How much do you believe in the unseen? How much do you believe in the things you can't see? How much do you believe in the impossible? How much do you believe? See, because faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. Faith is the core of all that is happening to me today. It is the faith that I have in my relationship with God that enables me to just oftentimes, if I stay on the right course and believe a certain way and act a certain way, his blessings just pour. They just come. And it comes in a lot of little ways, too, I've started to notice. See, it ain't just, a lot of people think blessings is money. No, man, that ain't it. It's coverage. It's every time my plane lands safe. It's every time they predict bad weather and I get up in the sky and it don't be no bad weather. You know, this is favor. These are blessings that get poured out to me. Somebody call me and offer me something. Not money, but an opportunity. You know, somebody say, hey, man, I don't know, but I sent this to you. I thought you might be interested in it. Somebody will send me a scripture or somebody will send me something. That's favor. And it always comes at a time when I need it the most. That's favor. That's pouring out blessings. Now, I'm also the recipient of a lot of other blessings, too. You know, I've been blessed with health. That's amazing blessing, man. I've been blessed with a spirit of not quitting. I've been blessed with the ability to shoulder huge amounts of responsibility. See, blessings come a lot of ways. But once you tie into God, once you tie in and you start doing the best you can do, and you start asking for him to make you a better person, to help shape and mold you into the kind of man or person that he wants you to be, you'd be amazed what God can do with you, man, if you just invite him in and allow him to be a part of your life. I mean, what you got to lose out there? Come on. If you're sitting in the cell this morning, why would you not change? You have a chance to turn your life around with a relationship with God. What you waiting on? Are you going to just keep doing it like that, huh? Really? Come on, man. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you not allow God to be a part of your life so you can get to where he wants you to be? God got some big plans for you. If he didn't, you wouldn't keep waking up.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the enlightenment, the entertainment value, all that this morning show brings. We're going to give it to you. In the words of the OJs, got to give people what they want. Also, in the words of the OJs, why? For the love of money. Cash, money, dollar bills, y'all. In the same group, in the words of OJs, why? Because you've got your hooks in me. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
And the reason you have your hooks in me is because I'm aware about the same group, a song called They Smile in Your Face.
Ooh.
But all the time they're trying to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers. I keep getting all these visits from my friends. Yeah. They come to my house again and again and again and again. Somebody's out to get your lady. A couple of my fellas, they sure look shady. Boy, it is amazing the number of things that dance around in my head when I don't even want them to. Good morning, Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve Harvey. Happy Tuesday.
Carla Farrell.
Never mad at singing the OJs. What's going on? Good morning.
The man who knows nothing about what I just said.
Not a thing, Not a thing. I didn't know. I thought you was getting stabbed in the back. Who would do that to you?
Yeah, right. Backstab.
What, Junior?
Yeah, I was like, who
Ladies and gentlemen, the
backstab?
king of pranks, Nephew Tommy. Oh, they out there.
Top. OJ's morning.
Hey, is that song older than me?
Boy.
Evidently.
Hard.
Let's see. Which one? Backstabbers?
Backstabbers? Nah. Really?
Let's see. Backstabbers.
Junior, we was here before cable came out.
You was a
You understand that?
hitting. Yeah. Junior, I was here for the internet.
Yeah.
Backstabbers was released in 72, Junior. What year?
Woo, song older than me.
72.
No.
Boy.
Yeah, it's not Joseph
Smiling
Jr.
faces. Sometimes. Yeah, it's going to be a great day today. I feel pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah, good Tuesday.
Great day on the radio. Yeah, man.
Hey, what's that?
I just feel more and more blessed. Every day I wake up, I just feel better about me.
That's
Man,
so beautiful.
Thank you, Lord. God Almighty, thank you.
Amen to that.
And then again.
All right, well, listen, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew as he runs that prank back right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, guys, it is time now to run that prank back with the nephew. Nephew, what you got?
We're going to do a little yoga, but we're going to do it different today. We're going to do some naked yoga. And
What?
it's going to be a little different from what you're used to, all right? So anybody want to join in with me? Shirley, Carla, Junior, Uncle Steve, do a little naked yoga?
No, just, I like clothes on yoga.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing all that for. You just sweating your clothes out. I don't know what that means. But we're going to do a little naked yoga. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach, is it Gordon?
Right, it's Gordon.
How you doing, Mr. Gordon? Listen, my name is...
Let me turn down the TV. Did you call him about the apartment?
Yes. I was trying to see about maybe coming over to take a look at it and seeing if it's still available, man. I got a newspaper, but I didn't know if this is still available or what.
No, it's still for rent. Let me be straight with you. No pets and no smoking of any kind.
No, I understand.
Okay.
From my understanding, the listing here is like $850 a month, right?
$850. You got a parking spot, your private bathroom with a shower,
Okay.
and $850. I'm gonna need first, last month, And really, what's your name?
My name is Darnell. Darnell.
Okay. First, first, last month, and Social Security number. I can do a background check.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this: you guys got like a backyard area? I teach classes in the mornings, and I want to know if you have that's pretty much will kind of lock me in. If you guys got a backyard that I can use.
Oh, we got a backyard. What do you teach?
I teach yoga. I teach yoga in the mornings from 6 to 8. Hopefully that won't be a problem.
You make money doing yoga?
Yes, sir. I definitely do. I make enough definitely to cover the rent. That's for sure.
That shouldn't be a problem. I know a little bit about yoga. I mean, really, if it's y'all, you're not making no noise, that yoga,
right.
That's not a problem.
Good deal. Well, how quick can I actually get moved in? Man, I'm trying to get settled. I just moved in from the East Coast. I jumped on my yoga pretty quick and got quite a bit of clientele built up. And, I'm just ready to get started, get moved in, man. Something that I can actually call home,
Yeah, well, we're looking to rent it out pretty quick, because we want to try and get it filled as soon as possible.
You said you got a roommate? Are you married?
No, it's just me. It would be me and my wife, and it's a 3-bedroom home. You would have the room in the back with the bathroom. And, I said, 850, do a credit check.
Right.
And, as soon as we meet, I can do the background check. And
now that background check, what do you necessarily need to do that for?
Well, you got to know who you're renting to, and then you want to know what the credit they got, so if they can afford to rent or not.
I got real good credit, man. My credit is fine. I'm actually in the 800s on my credit scores.
Oh, damn! All right. When you get here, we'll have you fill out an application. But if you're ready to get it cracking, I can do a background check, and you right now just give me your Social Security number.
Okay, but let me go ahead and just do this, man, on that background check, because what I want to say about that is this: it might be something on there about, like, when I was on the East Coast, I was actually teaching naked yoga. You know what I mean?
Naked yoga.
You may see something on there about me being a nymphomaniac.
Oh, naked yoga?
Yeah, well, see, that's the kind of yoga I was teaching on the East Coast was naked yoga. You know what I'm saying? And everybody
talking about teaching naked yoga here?
Well, but see, it's in the backyard. It's closed in.
In my backyard? And what other glitch you got? You said there's some glitches, Mike. What other glitch you got?
Well, you might see that I'm a nymphomaniac, but see, I done took classes in counseling.
What?
I done took counseling for that though.
Well, you need to take some counseling over somewhere else. You ain't taking no counseling and doing no naked yoga in my backyard.
No, but see, man, all that's behind me now. That's on the East Coast, man. That's all behind me now. I didn't put that thing down.
Man, I don't care if it's behind you, in front of you, on the side. You're doing some naked yoga in my backyard. That ain't happening, man. Matter of fact,
man, listen. I got all the credentials that qualify to move in there, and now you're going to sit here and tell me I can't.
You talking about doing some naked yoga in my backyard with no 20, 30 people? Man, my wife be at home, man. Look.
Well, you want to bring your wife out there?
You know what, Darnell? It's all good.
Let her get naked and do some yoga in, man.
Just scratch that one off your list and just move on to the next one, because ain't no naked yoga going down back here with no nymphomaniacs. I don't know what else y'all might be doing. I don't know who does naked yoga.
It's just a serene moment, man, where you find yourself. That's all this really is about.
Well, you better find yourself somewhere else. That's what I know. You ain't doing no naked yoga in my backyard. I'm surprised you even called somebody with that.
Hey, man, I'm going to come over there to this address and start looking at this place, because I want to set up shop right here.
In my backyard, and I don't even know you, talking about you got some glitches in your past? You going to have a foot in your...
How do you know that this isn't something that your wife might really want to get into?
But my wife... Don't even mention my wife's name, man. You don't know me. You don't even know my wife. Take my off your list. You come out here, you're going to have another glitch.
I'm coming out there to look at this damn room, and you going to show it to me.
I ain't showing you. You come out here, and I'm going to show you something else. My backyard.
I am a recovered nymphomaniac. I'm recovered.
Not that recovered nymphomaniac. You about to get your whooped by a maniac. I'm the maniac. Please believe, Darnell.
I'm going to come over there right now.
I'm going to
come over there now, man, so we can sit with
defense. I ain't having that. Do not
man, listen, man. I'm going to come over there so we can just...
Matter of fact, Matt, look, you can do whatever you want somewhere else, but this right here, this ain't the place for you. I'm going to tell you that right now, Darnell.
Let me talk to your wife, man.
Whatever it is you want to pull, whatever it is you want to talk about, this ain't the place for you. Go somewhere else. Take that.
Let me speak to your wife, man.
Please
Let me talk to your wife.
Do not even try me, Darnell.
Let me talk to your wife,
I'm not even that kind of dude, man. But you about to bring this out of me. Do not bring this over here, Darnell. So as far as I'm concerned, this right here is over for real. You're gonna come out here and catch a case.
Okay, can I say one more thing to you, man?
You can't say Darnell, because this conversation's over, man. Okay, how about that?
Hey, man, can I say one more thing, man?
What you got to say, man?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your brother.
Oh, get the out of here, man. This is Nephew Tommy. Oh.
You all right, man?
Man, I was going to whoop your butt naked if you came around here, man. You just don't know. Man, I'm so glad this is a joke. You have no idea. I'm so glad this is a joke, man.
That's too much.
Thank you, Nephew.
What?
Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO, our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, guys, it is time now for Ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building. This one, Steve, is from Leah in St. Louis. She says, I'm a 42-year-old married woman, and I went to lunch with a man I met online. My sugar levels had been low that morning, and I started feeling lightheaded during lunch. I asked my date to drive me to my doctor's office. I thought he left, so I called my husband to pick me up. When I got out to the lobby, my husband and my date were sitting side by side. I thanked my date for bringing me as though he were a complete stranger from the restaurant. He looked confused as I left with my husband. Do I call him and explain what happened or block him and move on?
You should have stumbled your dizzy ass back in that doctor's office. You cutting it too damn close.
Stumble.
Is she kidding me, man?
Yeah. I mean, no, not at all.
So the guy, he just looked confused.
Yeah.
You might as well just call him and explain to him what your trifling behind is.
Really? I just knew you were going to say let this one go and just move on.
What? She's married, Shirley.
I know.
And she on a dating site. She go to lunch with the dude, ask him to take her to the doctor.
Right.
Okay, but how did the husband, so she thought he left, called her husband to pick him up. She go outside, 2 men in the lobby.
Right.
That's what she get.
But that's what she wants to know. Should she call him to explain or block him and move on? I'm just saying.
Wait a minute.
You would say block him and move on.
Why you blocking him? What'd he do? See, you playing the trick game, and the trick game, you got caught in it. At least owe the man the explanation of what you did. I didn't know you.
Closure.
Shirley, why are you missing this? She wants to date other men outside of her husband.
I get that.
You have to tell this dude what it is. He may be cool with that. Because she gonna date outside her marriage. What part of that you ain't getting?
Just not
that your
him,
sister
though.
is trifling.
Just not him. Move on.
No, Shirley.
You're the CLO.
If you're going to date married, you're going to have to tell these people you married.
Yeah. Well, he knows now.
Ta-da.
All right, we're moving on.
So since you liked him and he took you to the doctor, you might as well tell him what happened. He'll probably be cool with it. Oh, that's all you want to do? All right, I'm game.
Really? I would move on. Move on. All right, we are moving on. Veronica in Jacksonville says, I'm a 32-year-old single female, and I've been married for 12 years. I got married really young, and now my husband is saying we need to branch out and seek other ways to jazz up our love life. After having 4 kids, I'm all right with having sex once or twice a week. He says I'm being selfish, and when he was upset last night, he said I'm going to make him cheat on me. Was this an admission that he already cheated, or was that a warning?
Oh. Well, it's definitely a warning.
For sure.
But it sounded more like a promise.
It's going to happen.
Ain't no married man gonna say that to his wife. And if it ain't in his head real good.
Okay.
Because y'all been having conversations about sex twice a week, 4 kids, that's a lot. 4 kids is a lot.
All right. All right, MJ in Gary, Indiana writes, I'm a 47-year-old married woman and I had sex with a 31-year-old man behind the pharmacy where we work. The church next door to us, yes, listen, writing gets better. The church next door to us has security cameras and there's a video of us having sex, but it's not clear. My manager wants whoever it is to come forward. I need my job, so I'm praying she doesn't ever figure out who it is. The guy keeps saying he wants to fess up because she can't fire us for this. How can I keep him quiet?
You can get fired for having sex behind the wall at your job. Now, fool, I don't know who told you can't get fired for that.
Yeah.
First of all,
At the
both y'all work
pharmacy.
there. You're not supposed to be, and it's dirty. Y'all got on them white jackets. Now he wants y'all to confess and come forward. Don't be stupid. Don't listen to this dude.
Please don't.
Tell your manager.
And didn't she say she was married?
Yes.
47.
47 and married.
31-year-old boy.
He's 31.
See, 31-year-old boy, he's stupid. Let's tell it.
Yeah.
Confess.
Nah, you done slept with a stupid person.
Yeah.
Lady, that ain't you. That ain't
No,
you.
man.
That is not you. It's obviously ain't clear. She talking about somebody volunteer. It's what?
Fess up.
What?
Fess up.
Who? With who?
Yeah, that's something you're going to have to say.
Happily married.
I don't know what you talking about, right?
Man, miss me.
All right, moving on. Johnson in Carrollton, Georgia says, my wife's adult kids are coming to stay with us for a week since we haven't seen their kids for almost 2 years. She has 3 children and 7 grandchildren total. I have had some financial problems lately that I've hid from my wife and my family. My wife hasn't worked since I married her 16 years ago, so I hate to let her down. Should I be honest and ask the kids to postpone the visit or keep it to myself and dip into my savings?
Dip into your savings, dog. Gut it out. If you don't want to hurt the woman you love, you having some financial trouble, and tell her. You could probably share it with her. She ain't working. Now, unless the financial troubles is you done bought some other woman something with the money.
Ooh. Wow. I hope that's not it.
You can
Or you
ask
can
for
ball
that
them out
back.
and go down there to pay their cash loan and mess your whole life up with that $200 loan that's going to cost you $30,000 to pay it back.
Not 30 grand. The interest.
Telling you that right there.
All right, CLO.
Payday
Great
loan.
advice
Don't
today.
do
Thank
that.
you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jay, it is time for one of our favorite
Have to
segments,
explain it.
Comedy Roulette. Yeah, please do.
Very simple. Because Junior is a comedian, Tommy is a comedian, I'm a comedian, and Steve's a comedian. Because we're all 4 comedians. Since you have 4 comedians on the show, we take full steps, put them on the wheel, wherever it lands, we'll make it funny.
Wow.
And why do we do that, Jay?
Because
Come on.
because Junior's a comedian, I'm a comedian, Tommy's a comedian, and you are
Boy, that's funny. Who is it now?
It's you, Jay, Tommy, and
Stay out of
Kier.
this, Shirley.
Let's go. No, because you take the fun out of it.
read him, Shirley.
Here we go. Number 1, things people say who've been in jail a long time.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Uh-huh.
Color TV.
Okay, get this one, guys. Directions that black people give you. All right.
God.
Okay.
Excuses men say when they're not getting a lot of sex. Oh.
We could do that all day. You could do that for an hour if you want to.
Some people say who don't have cable. That's another good one. All right.
Spun it.
Ah, this is unusual. It's stopped on directions that black people give you.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Because
Let's
black
go.
people give different directions.
What do you mean, Jay?
Here we go. Okay. What you want to do is, do
Right
you
there.
know where the Baptist church used to be? It's not there no more. You don't know where it used to be? Well, you're not going to find it. Go
Oh, okay, directions. I know a lot about this because I am black.
Okay.
And so
All
I
right.
do have I do know some directions that black people give. This is also a direction. When you back it up, come on. Come on. Come on.
Moan back.
Come on back. Come on.
You
Come on.
No, Junior. You got it on this side.
Yeah, you got it on. Yeah, come on. Hold what you got.
There it is. There it is. That's what you be looking for right there. That's it. Hold what you got.
Directions black people give.
Go ahead, Tommy.
All right. Now look, this is what you want to do. Now you want to go down here to the second stop sign. You're going to make a left right there. Go down to the next block. I don't know what street that is, but go down to the next block. It's a store there. Go in that store and ask for Lucky, and Lucky know how to get there.
Hey, man.
Come on, Steve.
All right, it's real simple. All right, it's right down there across from Earl Neal.
That's what black people say.
Yeah.
Come on, directions that black people give you, Jay. We're different with ours.
Okay. You're going to go down a bit ways and you're going to see an old man sitting on the porch. Now, if he ain't on the porch, you just keep driving or wait till he come out, and then you make a left right there. You can't miss it.
Yeah, right. I've heard that.
This is directions that black people give. What you mean you don't know where we at? We at the same place where Lenny was shot. Right there. How come you don't remember? You been when Lenny got shot. I was there, Keith was there, Darren was there. We're at the exact same spot when Lenny got shot.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, now look, this is what you want to do. Take this road, take this road.
The what, baby?
This road, take this road. You go down this road. Now this here is asphalt. Now wait till you see a dirt road. Now when you see a dirt road, that's where you make your right. You ought to see the house coming up on the right side. If you go further than that, you might see a Klan rally. That means you went too far.
Oh, you think?
You might want to back it up.
Go ahead, Steve.
Come on, Steve. Directions that black people give.
Make a left when you get down there and see the big black tree that got the squirrels in it.
And you got to be looking.
These are directions that black people give you.
Yes.
Here you go right here, y'all. How much gas you got in your car? Because you ain't going to make it on a half a tank. You're going to need to have a whole full tank of gas to get there.
Why? This is crazy.
Go ahead, Junior.
Come on, Junior.
I got it. All right. These are directions that black people give you. Okay, you coming to the family reunion?
Yeah.
Okay. Follow the North Star till they run in the Cheryl house.
What?
Just follow the North Star till they run in the Cheryl house.
I love it.
Here you go right here.
All right.
Here you go. Kenny! It's a man out here lost. Kenny know how to get that. Kenny!
Come on, Steve. Close it out, please, sir. It's Kenny, though. Kenny!
Okay. Go down all the way to the rock.
To the rock.
You get down at that rock, make a right. Pull in that gas station on that corner. Now, there's an old woman in there that's selling barbecue sandwiches. You got to buy a barbecue sandwich from her, then ask her where you trying to go. But if you don't buy the sandwich, your ass just gonna be standing there.
By that rock. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes Comedy Roulette for today. We'll be back, right after this. Great job, guys.
Because I'm a comedian and Jay's a comedian.
Yeah, Steve's a comedian and Junior's a comedian.
Hold on, Kenny, I can get there. Kenny!
Kenny!
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather date someone who doesn't get your favorite movie, or would you rather date someone who can't stand the music you like?
Oh, hey. If you don't get my favorite movie, that's cool. But if you don't like Earth, Wind & Fire, there's no way we can. There's no way.
It's over. It's finished before it even started.
You don't like my movie. I'm sorry. You just
what?
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, Color Purple. You know, if you ain't with the Color Purple, I'm sorry.
Boy, you might want to sit and watch that depressing ass movie with you on.
You got to like the Color Purple now.
All those field scenes and all this poor ass living. Everybody finna sit up there and date you. If you don't like Color Purple, you don't. No, man, damn that music.
Yeah, music. I turned Jodeci on. You talking about who is that? We can't.
Not Jodeci. You better.
It's over, Junior.
Oh, it's over.
All right. Would you rather
we
take
on a road trip and you got nothing but Hank Williams on this thing? Hey. I'll just drive off into the cornfield and
All right. So would you rather take your kids or your in-laws with you on date night? Which ones? Kids or in-laws?
I had to take my kids. See, y'all got young kids. My kids grown.
Okay.
I take my in-laws. This would be the worst date.
What happened? What's going to happen?
First of all, man, they don't eat right. They be in restaurants requesting stuff. Y'all got pork chops. This is Italian restaurant, mama. They got pork chops. They bring my mother-in-law food. Do y'all have gravy? Mama,
everybody ain't got gravy.
Gravy in here. I just got a pot of gravy sitting on the stove, baby. Well, they need a sauce on it or something, but it ain't gravy.
It's dry.
I don't cook my pork chops like this. What about you, nephew?
I'm going to go with the kids.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have in-laws, so I'd have to go with the kids. I'm used to the kids. I can handle them all day. I know how to preoccupy they little ass.
All right, last one. Would you rather be rich and alone, or poor with true love, your soulmate?
Hey.
I'm going with rich every time.
Rich and alone. You won't know it, but I had plenty of people over this evening.
Rich and alone, that's a beautiful thing.
Well, she might not stay. Well, for 2 hours, though.
All right. That's today's round of Would You Rather.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, it is time to check Steve's voicemail. If you want to leave a message for Steve, give us a call, please. 877-29-STEVE. Steve, this caller's name is Don Juan.
Dejawan.
Oh, Dejawan. Why did I say Don? Thank you. I don't know what.
Bishop Don Juan, Shirley.
That's where my maybe that's where my head is, right? I put it all together. This caller's name is Dejawan, Steve. He's asking for advice for young men.
Hey, Steve. My name is Dejawan, and I was looking for some advice for any young black man out there that's just trying to make it, to have just ambition just to be successful in life. Like, what's some best advice you got besides just keep moving forward?
He says, besides keep moving forward?
Yes. Besides saying that, keep moving forward.
Well,
he's tired of you saying that. Say something else.
Or he's tired of hearing that from somewhere else.
Well, here's the deal. Two things help you become successful. It's the motivation of what it is you're doing it for, and it's the discipline, the willingness to apply the work ethic and the faith necessary to make it come true. Motivation changes. Some days you won't be motivated because things happen during the course of a day. If you're motivated to become successful, okay, cool. But you wake up this morning and you're having a family emergency. Your motivation isn't to become successful right now. Your motivation becomes to solve the family emergency. Your emergency becomes, let me go see what my wife really needs from me. Your motivation could become that day, let me go down here and get these bills paid so I can get this light turned on. So motivation to become successful, it wanes from time to time. The thing that can never wane is your discipline. You must remain disciplined to stay the course. So even though, young man, you don't want to hear the keep moving forward, the two factors that drive you to your goals, your motivation and your discipline, the discipline can never wane, even if the motivation changes. So the motivation changes, I got to go down here and pay this bill to get this light back on. I got to go in here and take care of this family emergency. When that is handled, the discipline causes you to either before you go do that, to do the things that you committed to do, or after you handle that, get right back to doing the thing that you was committed to do. It's the discipline is doing what you have to do when you don't want to do it.
All right.
All right, J1.
That's different from keep moving forward.
It is.
You
All right,
got to get
J1,
discipline.
You got it? Yep.
Discipline. And I work on that all the time myself. And I'm older. And I have become successful. But I still have to remind myself to be disciplined at all times. Or else even I can go off track.
Okay. That's real talk. There you go.
All right, Dejuan. Caller named Trisha. Steve says she loves Cedric the Entertainer.
Hey, Steve, this is Trisha. I just want to get a shout out to your boy, Cedric the Entertainer. He was by my office the other day, and he got out to take a selfie with me because I couldn't do it inside the car because it was too dark in there and he was too dark for me to see. So he got out of the car, took his seatbelt off and everything because he was ready to go, but he still did that for me. A big old truck was waiting to get in his parking spot, and he didn't care about that. I just think he's a cool guy, and I got pictures and video of him doing that. I just love Cedric the Entertainer. He's a good guy, and I know you know it. Great job, Steve. Morning show.
Yeah, best guy I know, but what you're not going to do is call in here and talk about how dark he is. You couldn't take a picture of him in the car because there wasn't enough light in that car. And them seats was black leather, and then his dark ass was in there, and you couldn't see him because of the seats and the interior of the car. That's what you're not going to do about my dog. So what he had to get, a lot of people got to get out and get in the light. Light-skinned people need light too.
Yeah.
Not just going to put this off on said. Thank you for calling.
But you just hung out with them and you guys had a blast. Yeah.
That's
all right, Trisha. Yeah. All right, coming up next, we have a prank phone call for today right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, I fell in love with the Cookie Monster. We'll get into that a little later, but right now it is time for the prank call. All right, nephew, what you got?
Well, I'm always, at this time, I'm always promoting whatever whatever comedy show I got coming up. That's normally where I do it right here. But I think on this day, I want to say happy anniversary to my beautiful, lovely wife. 22 years.
Come on, man.
Of being married. To my crazy behind, I want to say, girl, you my ride or die, my rock, my ship, my whole 9 yards, girl. Woo!
Happy anniversary.
I tell all the time, I got to die first because I can't live without you. I'm telling you right now. I can't. And last year I damn near did. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. I'm still here.
What in the world?
I know, this is crazy, but happy anniversary, though.
Happy anniversary, Tommy and Jackie.
Yeah. 22 years, girl.
That's awesome.
Look at God. Amazing. Amazing.
Oh, my God. I do not take it for granted. I do not take it for granted. This right here, though, this for my baby. This right here is Wet Robe. Wet Robe. We're going to the church now. We're going down there to the church. Nice little old, little old wet robes, I mean, y'all don't think that's sexy? Wet robes.
Out of all the pranks, that's the one you picked today? Man. That's the one.
On your anniversary.
That's the one.
I mean, that's how I want when I get to the house. I'd like for her to be in a wet robe. Let's go, cat dog.
To it.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Miss Sister Tanya. Sister Tanya.
That's she. Who's this?
Hi, Sister Tanya. This is Brian. I'm representing the youth, and of course, you know, we're already having the fundraiser on Saturday, and I would like to know, are you going to be available to come out on Saturday? Because we got pretty much most of the choir. You're in the choir, correct?
Yeah. I never heard of anything about anything on Saturday though.
Well, we got most of the choir members coming out on Saturday. And we'd like to know if you're going to be available on Saturday to come out and participate in the fundraiser for the children that's going on their vacation next year.
Oh, you said all the other choir members? I never heard anything from the other.
Yeah, all of the choir members. We probably have about 95% of the choir members coming out.
Yeah, I'm free on Saturday.
Okay, now we're doing from 5 to 7 on Saturday. So are you available 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.? It's only 2 hours.
Yeah, what'd you say your name was?
Brian. I'm sorry. They call me Brian. They call me B.A. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Did I meet you at the church?
I just joined about 3 weeks ago, and they've already given me an assignment. So I majored in marketing in school. So they're trying to get me to take care of the children and their vacation that's coming up. So we put together some things, a great fundraiser. And, you know, the choir members have been very receptive. You were the last one for me to call, and I wanted to make sure you were on board with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just never heard about this, so. But,
Right. Now, are you able to bring your choir robe on Saturday?
Yeah, we singing a song. What song did you need us to sing? Did you tell the pastor about this?
No. You guys are not actually going to be singing a song. What it is that we're having and I'm so glad that you're ready to participate in what we're doing. So I want to first of all say thank you. First and foremost, I want to say thank you. Okay.
All right. So what is it
all right,
that we
and all of the choir members. I'm sorry.
What is it that we need the robes for? I can bring my robe. The
robes. What's going to happen is you guys aren't singing a song, but we're having a wet robe contest.
A what now?
A wet robe contest.
You talking about like a wet T-shirt contest type of thing?
Well, it's not a T-shirt. It's a robe. So you don't have a T-shirt on. What we need you to do is we need you to come.
No, not in the church. You talking about the whole choir that they're going to do a wet robe contest? You said a wet robe contest? I heard of a wet T-shirt contest. That's not the same thing, though, right?
Well, no, it's a little bit different. What it is, you don't have a T-shirt on. You actually have your choir robe on, and you don't have anything underneath it. You don't wear any clothes underneath it. What we do is we're going to wet all of the ladies. Listen to me. We're going to wet all of the ladies down, and the sexiest one that's wet with their robe on is going to win $500, and half of the money is going to go to the children's vacation. Hello?
You talking about a wet T-shirt contest in the church?
No, I'm talking about a wet robe contest at the church.
Oh no, I'm not finna get in there and be naked under a robe.
It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out.
You talking about being naked under a robe?
We need you to be completely naked under your robe, and we're gonna wet everybody down with a water hose, and the finest one is going to be able to win $500, and $250 of that, half of that money is going to go to the children's vacation.
Hold on. What did you say your name was again?
My name is Brian.
Brian, how long you been a member of this church? Because I don't ever remember meeting you.
Okay, I've been a member for about 3 weeks now. Like I said, since I majored in marketing, they actually threw me into.
No way. After 3 weeks, that they gonna put you in charge of something.
I don't understand why there's a problem with you trying to pitch in and help out the children.
Because I don't even know who you are calling me. I don't know who gave you my number.
They're trying to create. They're trying to accomplish something, and you don't want to help the kids.
I want to help the kids, but I'm not going to get up there in no choir robe. I'm doing my best right now not to cuss you out because I'm a woman of God.
So you too good to be naked under your robe. Is that what you're saying? You too good to be naked?
Look, I don't have to explain myself, but I'm not going to be naked up in no church.
Okay, so you can't do the naked robe content. You can't do that for the kids.
I know you're not about to tell me what I can and cannot do for no kids.
Now, I don't know who gave you my number, but I think you need to figure out who else to call for this, because I'm not going to be a part of this.
We called all the other choir members, and they don't have a problem with it. You're the only one that's got a problem.
All the choir members. What are their names? What other choir members did you call? That would have said if they would have done something nasty.
We called Sister Bridget in the choir. Sister Bridget didn't have a problem with it.
Ain't no Sister Bridget in the choir.
Okay, how about Sister Rachel? Sister Rachel in the choir was fine with it.
Ain't no Sister Rachel. Sister Rachel wouldn't be getting naked.
Okay. Let me ask you this something.
Look. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I think you need to get off this phone.
Do you know Sister DeVita in the choir? Hello?
Yes.
Do you know Sister DeVita in the choir?
Yes, I know Sister DeVita.
Okay, so if Sister DeVita said that Sister Bridget and Sister Rachel didn't have a problem doing it, why do you have a problem doing it?
I'm not about to be naked in a church for kids.
You're not getting naked in the church. You're going to be in the back part of the church, and we're going to spray you down with a water hose on your robe.
I'm not going to be up there. This is disgusting.
Well, Tommy said you would do it. Tommy said you didn't have no problem doing it.
Who the hell is Tommy? We don't even have a Tommy at the church. You keep making up all these names.
Tommy is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. That's who Tommy is. Hello?
Yes.
This is Tommy, baby. This is Nephew Tommy. How you doing?
Oh, my God. That's not real?
It's not real, baby. Nobody was calling you about doing a wet robe cut. You all right?
Woo! I was finna go off on you.
You was already going off on me. Davita got me to prank phone call you.
Oh, my God. I'm going to get her. I was holding my tongue.
What you saying? You was about to cuss?
I was about to cuss you out, right out.
Hey, baby, I got to ask you. You got to tell me, what's the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show.
And there you have it.
All right. Thank you, nephew. Great one. All right. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subject. I fell in love with the Cookie Monster. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. And who knows, we could be reading your Strawberry Letter, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. It could be yours. You never know.
Yeah. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. The Strawberry Letter.
Subject, I fell in love with the Cookie Monster. Dear Steve and Shirley, in 2017, I met a handsome man at a nail salon. He stared at me the entire time, so I gave him my card as I left. He called and invited me to his apartment for dinner, and we've been together since that night. He's a big flirt and a bit too outgoing, and it's always bothered me. 2 years ago, I started checking his phone, and he was always talking to different women. Whenever I called him a flirt, he would say he's a people person. He works long hours, and I don't get to see him every day, so that bothers me too. We're friends on Facebook, but he's always said he didn't like Instagram. Well, I guess he changed his mind about it because I found out he created a private Instagram account and he had blocked me. I was so upset that I created a fake Instagram account and I sent him a friend request. He let me follow him and I started flirting with him in the DMs. I asked if he was married or dating anyone. He said he has someone special in his life, but it's an open relationship. I couldn't believe him. I started stalking his comments and I sent messages to women that left hearts emojis on his pictures. I told them I was his wife. 4 women responded and said they'd had sex with him within the past 2 years. I printed the messages and confronted him. He said it was all true. And he said that I may have assumed we were monogamous, but he has never told me that. He jokingly referred to himself as the Cookie Monster, and he was trying to get all the cookies he could before he settled down. He said he's in love with me despite how crazy I acted, and he wants to marry me one day. Do you think the Cookie Monster is gone for good? Can I trust this man as my husband? Is the Cookie Monster gone for good, and can I trust this man as my husband, you ask? Well, can you trust him as a boyfriend now? That's what you have to ask yourself. I think the answer is no, because right now he is who he is, a man who refers to himself as the Cookie Monster, trying to get all the cookies he can right now. I think the best thing about him that I can see is that he did come clean with you after you busted him, about the women and everything. In this letter, though, you left out a lot, like how much time passed from when he called you and when you went to his apartment for dinner. You also didn't say if you guys had sex that night. I'm assuming you did. You say, he told you one of his entanglements that, one of them that you were special. He did have someone special in his life, but it was an open relationship. You didn't know anything about this being an open relationship. And how's that for feeling special? You didn't even know anything. He didn't say this to you. I think you started with him too fast. I don't think you set any boundaries with him. So he just put you in the open category, while you looked at him as your man. But he's everybody's man, it seems. He's trying to get all the cookies he can. That's what he said. So, tell him how you feel and what you want. And if you don't get that, maybe you need to leave the Cookie Monster. I certainly think you deserve better, but you got to let him know it. Steve?
Well, ma'am, that wrote this letter, if you had read your letter as you wrote it, you'd answer these questions yourself. The number one question is, can I trust this man as my husband? What are you talking about husband for? How did you get there? So let me show you something. Man was staring at you while you was getting your nails. So afterwards, you gave him your card. As I left, he called me and invited me to his apartment for dinner. Okay, you left. He called you the next day. This is all this is, Shirley. This ain't no time went by.
I know.
He called me, invited you to his apartment for dinner. You go over a man's house you don't know, and we have been together since that night. Well, something had to go down that night to seal the deal. They had sex because they've been together since that night.
Right.
Well, he's a big flirt and a bit too outgoing, and it's always bothered me. Why are we talking about this man being your husband? 2 years ago, I started checking his phone, and he's always talking to different women. Why are we talking about this man being your husband? And then your question is, can I trust this man as my husband? He's always talking to different women. Whenever I call him a flirt, he would say he's a people person. Can you trust him? You know he's a flirt. He tells you he's a people person. Why are you talking about making this man your husband? He works long hours. I don't get to see him every day, so that bothers me too. We friends on Facebook, but he always said he didn't like Instagram. Well, I guess he changed his mind because I found out he created a private Instagram account, and he has blocked me. Let's go back to the bottom of the letter. Can I trust this man as my husband? He done created a private page and done blocked you. Can I trust this man as my husband? Why did you write? Why are you asking this question? We come back, I'm going to tell you the rest of it. I promise you.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
It's just
we'll have
more
part
to
two
say.
Of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour.
Oh, it's going to be more to say.
I know. Subject, I fell in love with the Cookie Monster. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, I fell in love with the Cookie Monster.
This woman wants to know if we think that the Cookie Monster's gone for good. Then the next question is, can I trust this man? Then her statement was, as my husband. And I've showed you all through the letter why you can't trust or why you want to make him your husband. You gave this man your card after he was staring at you in the nail salon. He invited you to his apartment for dinner, and y'all been together ever since that night, which means you had sex and you've been with him ever since. He's a big flirt and a bit too outgoing, and it's always bothered me. So why are you talking about making him your husband? 2 years ago, I started checking his phone, and he's always talking to different women. Okay, your question is, how can I trust this man as my husband? Right now, you can't trust him or don't look like you're going to make him your husband. Whenever I called him a flirt, he would say he's a people person. Well, that's good. He changed the title of that right quick. But why are you talking about making him your husband? He works long hours. I don't get to see him every day, so that bothers me too. We friends on Facebook, but he's always said he didn't like Instagram. I guess he changed his mind about it because I found out he created a private page and he has blocked me. Why do you think you can trust him with the private page and then blocked you? Why? Why are you even talking about this man being your husband? So I was upset. You created a fake Instagram account, sent him a friend request. He let me follow him, and I started flirting with him in the DMs. Right there. I asked if he was married or dating anyone. He said he has someone special in his life. This line should have gave you plenty of hope. But it's an open relationship. Well, he snatched that rug right back out from under your feet. Thought you had something. No, you don't. I couldn't believe him. I started stalking his comments, and then you sent messages to women. You had to stalk his comments. And this is a man you want to know if you could trust or make your husband. I sent messages to several women that left hearts and emojis on his pictures. I told him I was his wife. 4 women responded and said they'd had sex with him within the past 2 years. These are the same 2 years you was dating him after you slept with him the first night, right? So now the whole time he done had 4 other women. That's 4 that you know about. I printed the message, confronted him. He said it was all true. And he said that I may have assumed we were monogamous, but he has never told me that. So why are you asking me and Shirley, can I trust this man as my husband when you can't trust him as your boyfriend? If you can't trust him as your boyfriend, why are you talking about going this any further? He jokingly referred to himself as a cookie monster, and he was trying to get all the cookies he could before he settled down. Okay. And I guess he'll notify you when that's going to happen too. Because he didn't tell you nothing about the other women and all this here, right? Now watch this here. He said he's in love with me despite how crazy I acted, and he wants to marry me one day. Well, that's a hold'em. That's a pretty good hold'em line. I want to marry you one day. So that'll give you enough to hang on, right? Do you think the Cookie Monster is gone for good? Well, let me ask you something. Did he tell you that the Cookie Monster was gone? Because I didn't hear that in the letter. Did he say that? Everything else he said he didn't like Instagram. He had a fake page. And now he's telling you that he want all the cookies he can get, and you still want to know if you can trust him with making your husband. No, the cookie man ain't gone. And of course he said he wanted to marry you. That's to hold you. Lady, pull yourself together. I got 2 years invested, but I tell women all this time, you might have 2 years invested. You got 2 more years to waste. Quit trying to measure everything with how much time you got invested and ask yourself, how much more time do I have in this type of mess that you obviously don't agree with? No, the Cookie Monster ain't gone. He didn't tell you he was, just like he didn't tell you. See, you thought you was in a monogamous relationship, but he said, I never told you that. He didn't tell you he had a fake account either. He didn't tell you he had screwed 4 women in 2 years that you found out about. He ain't told you nothing. What he did tell you that he's a people person. You called him a flirt. He quickly changed that because he don't like that. I'm a people person.
I like people, especially women.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the cookie I can before I settle down. Well, he ain't told you when he was going to settle down either, did he? You're in a crazy-ass relationship for 2 years. You don't have something you think you have, man. You don't have a monogamous relationship. You don't have a man you can trust. And you want a man that told you he wants to marry you, but he ain't told you when that would be. Lady, okay. That's all I got for you. Anybody want to add something?
They take all that to find out if he is trustworthy and something wrong with you. You kept finding out stuff, and you stayed.
Yeah. And he's steady.
Yeah, he stayed.
How many cookies you think he got in the cookie jar? How many?
He got his hand all down at the bottom of the cookie jar.
All kinds of cookies.
He got cookie crumbs all under his fingernails.
Chocolate chip, peanut butter.
Pecan sandwich, vanilla cream.
Oreo cookies. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He like all that.
Like all that.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
That little windmill cookie.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on, introduce your boy. Let's see what's going on in that crazy
Ladies and
mind.
gentlemen, J. Anthony Brown.
I have a list of gifts. If you haven't got Daddy a gift yet, these are some gifts. If you see them, damn it, don't get them, okay? This is what Daddy don't want, okay?
Okay.
A wool lime green house coat that says, "Do it, Daddy," on the back. He don't want that. If you see it, a gold tooth with a light in it. Now, that might be big in Atlanta, but the average daddy don't want that, okay? Wooden shoes with Daddy's name in it. Damn it, he don't want that. Don't nobody want no wooden-ass shoes, all right? A chicken feathered vest. Nobody, who the hell wanted?
What?
Got your chicken feathered vest, Daddy. Huh? What you think? How about this one? This is something Daddy definitely don't want. LaToya Jackson's greatest hits on download, which is one damn song. I know it's one song, all right? One song. Don't you come in that room saying, "Daddy, guess what I got you? 55-pound bag of barbecue skins." Huh? Huh? Huh?
No.
Huh? 55 pounds. How about beer gum? Who the hell want beer gum? Don't nobody want no damn beer gum. Beer gum. How about this one? Daddy, open the box. Look at that. I got you a pilgrim hat. Watch out there now. Look at that. Oh. Here's something else Daddy don't want. He don't want a lap dance from a knock-kneed, cockeyed stripper, okay? Now you gonna save a lot of you gonna save money on that, but he don't want it. Let me tell you what Daddy really want. What he want. Daddy wants these nuts. Go to hotterdanthamofo.com. Order Daddy some of these nuts.
See how you work that in.
See how I did that? Get Daddy some nuts. These nuts. Hotterdanthamofo.com for all your nuts needs. Watch out there now.
That's your product, Jay, right?
That's what
your
Daddy
product.
wants.
Hey, can I tell my kids something I don't want?
What, Steve?
I don't want another damn shoehorn.
I thought you was going to say
Make those? You got them all,
This one right here, you ain't even got to bend over, Daddy. You can just stand up. I can bend over and put my damn shoe.
All right, we got to go, guys. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Jay.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So school is about to end. We all know that. All of us who have kids or kids in school or whatever. And
They out.
Oh, some people are out. Yeah. So school is about to end for a lot more. And all you want to do is party all summer. Okay. But this year, parents are telling kids, no partying, get a job. All right. You've been partying all year. Yeah, they are. So guys, I wanted to ask you, what was your first summer job? Reminisce about, tell us about your first summer job.
I was outside. I was cutting yards all through the neighborhood.
How old were you?
Lawnmower, gas can, me and two buddies, and we cutting yards. We was making money.
How old were you?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Probably 10, 11.
Oh, wow. You were really young. Oh, and that was your first job in business, sounds like.
First job. And we would split the money 3 different ways. Mm-hmm. You know, they used to actually have an edger before they, that used to be a piece of equipment. Now they take the weed eater, turn it sideways, and that's how they edge. But I was cutting, my boy was edging. I'm like, he over there sweeping. He ain't really, he's splitting this wrong, the way we splitting this.
He got too much.
But you couldn't go back.
Hey, whatever you agreed upon, that's what we're doing. So.
You had to do that, yeah. All right, Jay, your first job, summer job.
Oh, my very first real good job was I don't know if they even have this restaurant. It was called the Ponderosa Steakhouse. It was in West Columbia. It was in West Columbia. I lived in Columbia, which meant you had to catch the bus to go across the bridge. The last bus would leave at 10 o'clock. I got out for 10:30, and you had to dress like a cowboy, like a real cowboy.
All up on the rope.
You had to wear the cowboy shirt with the scarf around the neck, with the cowboy hat, and you didn't have to wear boots. But if you had boots, you had to wear jeans. Now that meant I had to walk across the bridge dressed like a cowboy to catch the last bus. Home.
What a sight!
When I tell you, I heard the N-word so much walking.
What are they saying, Jay?
Not only did they say it, sometimes they wouldn't even go all the way to the end of the bridge. They'd turn around and come back and call me the N-word. The N-word cowboy is what I remember mostly.
That was traumatizing, I'm sure, Jay.
There you go, Jay.
Oh, there you go. You and your little cowboy hat and your
I have a little cowboy hat on.
Oh, they were doing you, Jay.
My dumb ass. I was too dumb to change clothes. I kept it on and rolled.
All right, Steve, you've had so many jobs.
For real.
Well, I ain't gonna be able to top that one right there.
What was your first summer job?
Well, I mean, my very first job was I created myself. I was an entrepreneur. I bought a red fly wagon with the gates on it, with the red sides on it. And I didn't allow my friends, wasn't no riding in my wagon, pulling up and down the street and all that. You couldn't do that. This a work wagon. I woke up in the morning and left my house about 9.
How old were you?
Yeah, probably 8, 9.
What? You had to go to the office at 8?
I left that house about 8, 9:30. Drug my wagon looking for pop bottles. And I put a pop bottle in my wagon because you could turn in pop bottles for 2 cents. And my goal was to find 50 pop bottles before I went home for lunch. And that was $1. And then when I got through, I get back out there with my wagon. I play a little bit, but I drag my wagon and I try to make another $1 after lunch. And then that was my day. I make $2 a day. And I was hustling.
Wow. 8 years old.
Quirk wagon.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It's 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Summertime means you may see an increase of bugs and insects. One of the things I hate most in life. So what do you guys think is the most hated insect or bug in America? What do you think it is, Steve?
Mosquitoes.
Good guess, Junior.
Mosquitoes.
What do you
I think it's the damn roach.
Okay. What about you, nephew?
Give me the question again.
Wow. And
What
that
is
sure
the most-
wasn't a hard one.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Say
What is your name? No. What's the most hated bug in America? What do you think that is? Use it in a sentence.
I go with ants.
Ants? Ants? That's the most hated bug in America? Okay.
You asked me.
Okay. Twice. Well, not surprising, Steve, you were right. It is the roach, the cockroach. 39% of Americans say they hate them.
Because it symbolizes an infestation. it symbolizes they in your crib, you nasty. It just, you can explain a mosquito. But when a roach come across the table, you can't explain his ass. Yo, black ass, saw me cut this light on. Oh, no, they ain't coming out.
So, yeah. Spiders, ants, mosquitoes, termites, ticks, bees, and wasps in that order. Okay?
I don't like none of them. So
Wasp ain't no joke.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up in 33 minutes after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather date someone who doesn't get your favorite movie, or would you rather date someone who can't stand the music you like?
Oh, hey. If you don't get my favorite movie, that's cool. But if you don't like Earth, Wind, and Fire, there's no way we can. There's no way.
It's over. It's finished before it even started.
You gotta like my movie. I'm sorry. You just
What?
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, Color Purple. You know, if you ain't with the Color Purple, I'm
Boy,
sorry.
nobody want to sit and watch that depressing ass movie with you on God.
You got to like the Color Purple now.
All those field scenes and all this poor ass living there. Right finna sit up, man, date you. If you don't like Color Purple, you don't. No, man, damn that music.
Yeah. Music. I turn Jodeci on. You talking about who is that? We can't.
Not Jodeci. You better.
It's over, Junior.
Oh, it's over.
All right. Would you rather
we
take...
on a road trip and you got nothing but Hank Williams on this thing? Hey. I'll just drive off into the cornfield and
All right. So would you rather take your kids or your in-laws with you on date night? Which ones? Kids or in-laws?
I had to take my kids. See, y'all got young kids. My kids grown.
Okay.
I take my in-laws. This would be the worst date.
What happened? What's going to happen?
First of all, man, they don't eat right. They be in restaurants requesting stuff. Y'all got pork chops. Italian restaurant, mama.
Pork chops.
They bring my mother-in-law food. Do y'all have gravy? Mama,
everybody ain't got gravy
in here. I just got a pot of gravy sitting on the stove back there. Well, they need a sauce on it or something, but it ain't gravy.
I don't cook my pork chops like this. What about you, nephew?
I'm gonna go with the kids. But I don't have in-laws, so I'd have to go with the kids. I'm used to the kids. I can have them all day. I know how to preoccupy their little ass.
All right, last one. Would you rather be rich and alone, or poor with true love, your soulmate?
Hey.
I'm going with rich every time.
Rich and alone. You won't know it, but I have plenty of people over this evening.
Rich and alone, that's a beautiful thing.
Well, she might not stay. Well, for 2 hours, though.
All right. That's today's round of Would You Rather. Coming up at 49 minutes after the hour, we'll close out the show, and we'll have our last break right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are. Last break of the day on this Tuesday. You have some closing remarks for us. I know you do.
Yeah. I've been talking to you all a few times about this thing that I've started doing every morning, this morning meditation. It's a series of things I do. You don't have to do it. Everybody has to pick their own way to go about it. I just decided because of a scripture that I read, Psalms 5 and 3. And Psalms 5 and 3, it just talks about in the morning. It just talks about when you talk to God in the morning, you're asking him to hear your voice. And then after you ask him to hear your voice of everything you pray and talk to him about, ask him, show gratitude, you wait in expectation of all these things to happen in your life. You know, nothing. Look, everything you ask for not going to happen today. But you spend your day in expectation that God is going to do something to move you closer to your goals, your dreams, your visions, and especially to Him. But what I have learned about this morning meditation, it has brought about a peace in my life that I've never had before. I'm just sharing it with everybody because I'd like for you all to try it. Look, they got these daily inspiration books all over the place. The one I got is called Enjoying Peace in His Presence by Sarah Young. It's just a 365-day devotional. You can pick any one you want. You know how they have the little message of the day, and then they back it up with a couple of scriptures. And look, man, I'm not being religious with you at all because your faith doesn't matter to me. I'm just talking about a method, this morning meditation. And what I do is, what it does is after I get through meditating and I say the Lord's Prayer and I read my little daily inspiration, I got a Bible app and I do my verse of the day, and then I go look it up in the Bible, and I look it up in the New Living Testament so I can understand the real words. And before I close out, I pull out my list of everything that I'm thanking God for, which is a full sheet of paper. And then I have a second sheet of paper, that's stuff I'm asking God for, which is another full sheet of paper. What I've learned in this meditation is that it has given me a peace that has transcended my intellect. And what I mean by that is what I've discovered was happening to me, and it might be happening to a lot of you, is when most of your mental energy goes into trying to figure everything out, which I can't tell you how much of my morning, I used to wake up in the morning and began to try to figure everything out. When you're trying to figure it out, the peace that God can really give you, you're not capable of receiving that because you're in the way with your mindset. See, you're so busy trying to figure it out that you don't leave room for God. And what God does, God kind of looks in your head and probably looking at all these thoughts spinning around and round and going nowhere and accomplishing nothing. And all the while, this peace that He has for me had been kind of hovering over my head, searching for a place to land. But I wasn't giving His peace a place to land in my head because I had it so jumbled up with thoughts of how to figure it out, what I'm going to do, who should I call, what should I say, how do I respond? And for the past month, I've stopped doing that. All of a sudden, it just gave me an incredible peace that He had been trying to give to me for years. I wish I had learned this a long time ago. But maybe it can help you out the way it's helped me. But I guess we all learn stuff as we go along. You know, we are all slowly becoming the person that we should have been a long time ago. I also learned of late that it takes your entire life to find out everything there is to find out about yourself. To be who you really are, it takes your entire life. This person that I've become has become a person more at peace. As all the controversy and things swirl around me, God has given me a real calmness in the eye of the hurricane. And we all can be the center of the hurricane if we just refuse to step out in the swirl that's around us. And it's all around us. It's relative to who you are. Some swirls appear bigger than other swirls because of the level you've reached in life. Some people, I might look over there and go, man, that ain't nothing. But in their world, it could be everything. It could be monumentous. So who am I? Because it's all relative as to where we are. You know, we all got our different crosses to bear. But the one thing I've learned about this morning meditation has given me a peace beyond my intellect. And it has caused me to just have a calmness that I haven't had in a long time. And I don't have to respond to everything, because everything that somebody's saying about you and everything that somebody's doing towards you that's meant for evil, that ain't your business. And don't make it yours. Don't even worry about it. Those people have no idea that God's ways are as high above the earth as the heavens. They have no idea. They just operating in their own little cocoon thinking they stirring up something because they got some likes or something like that. Hey, y'all, don't get in that. Don't worry about them people. If you love God and you a child of his, he's working on your behalf, even when it look like it's a mess out there. All you got to do is stay at the eye of the hurricane. Don't get in the swirl. Don't go out there. If you stay centered in him, he'll give you a peace that transcends all your intellect. That's what the morning meditation has done for me. I would invite you all to try it yourself. All right? That's it today. Those are my closing remarks. Enjoy your day. Listen, talk to God today. He would absolutely love to hear from you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.